Rob Hunter.
All right, just need Dominic to go across the line. I do not know.
Dominic Mann.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Kevin, are we doing heads up or like, what's the heads up? So everyone line up on the straightaway. Order's going to go Rob, Scott, Dominic, Matt, Kenny, Hunter, and David. Again, Rob, Scott, Dominic, Matt, Kenny, Hunter, and David. All right. Which, again, no, this is like a, Rob, pull forward. It's like a race. Yep. Scott, do you have reverse? You're not? Okay. All right, so Rob, Scott, Dominic, Matt, Kenny, Hunter, David. Drivers ready. Corners ready. On the tone, here we go. All right. 25 seconds in. Rob out on the 1, Scott 2, Dominic 3, David 4, Matt 5, Kenny 6, Hunter 7.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter,
13,
Scott
4, 2,
Hafner,
9
and Dominic
is fast
Mann.
lap out of Rob. .305 on the clock. Rob still leading us around. Scott 2, Matt 3.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, Scott Hafner, and Matt Hoyt.
Caution, caution straight away, caution at the cones, caution on the step down. Man down, man down, man down. Are you okay?
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Matt Hoyt, and David Pyle.
Caution on the step down, caution on the step down. Clear.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Scott Hafner,
out on the 1, Matt
Hoyt,
2, Rob
and
3,
Rob
David
Hunter.
4, Kenny 5, Dominic 6, Hunter 7. Someone ran a 12.7. Okay. Okay. It's last position is fine.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Matt Hoyt, and Rob Hunter.
Scott two-wheeling around the corner there with his freshly soldered race car. Brought to you by PDXRC Underground. 1 minute on the clock. Scott leads around Matt 2, Rob 3, David 4, Kenny 5. Everyone's spread out by about 4 seconds right now.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Matt Hoyt, and Rob Hunter.
Caution on the step down, caution step down.
45 seconds left. .30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Matt Hoyt, and Rob Hunter. .15 seconds left. 10.
10 seconds
9,
on the clock.
8. 7. 6,
In the crowd.
5,
In between the
4,
jump.
3, 2, 1. Scott Hafner done. Hunter Hoyt done. Matt Hoyt done. Dominic Mann done. Rob Hunter done. Kenny Crawford done. All drivers are finished. David Pyle done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 four-wheel drive is up. Looking for Dan, Ryan, Darren, Earl, Vince, Emily, and Todd. All right. Let's go ahead and get Marshall out of the track drivers. Let's go ahead and get checked in.
Darren Smith. Earl Newton. Ryan Johnson. Vince Lim. Todd Templeman. Emily Weldon. Dan Jeppesen.
All right, I got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. That straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Dan, Ryan, Darren, Earl, Vince, Emily, and Todd. Again, Dan, Ryan, Darren, Earl, Vince, Emily, and Todd. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. On the tone, less than 5.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are
Fast
Dan
lap
Jeppesen,
so far,
Ryan
12.6
Johnson,
out
and
of
Vince
Ryan.
Lim.
3:25 on the clock. Dan out in the 1. Ryan 2, Vince 3, Darren 4, Emily 5, Earl 6, Todd 7. Dan now 12.1 fast lap. Ryan 12.3. Ryan now 12.2. Dan 12.1.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
All right, Dan still leads around. Ryan 2, Vince 3, Darren 4. Gap between 1 and 2, 0.1 seconds. Between 2 and 3, 2.1 seconds. Heads up, Todd, you have 1 and 2 coming up on you. Thank you.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
All right, Todd, you will have 3 and 4 on you here in a sec. Thank you. Todd, you're fighting position with her. You're good to go.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
All right, 1 minute on the clock. Dan leads around. Ryan 2, Vince 3, Darren 4, Earl 5,
1
Emily
minute
6,
left.
Todd and 7.
After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim. 45 seconds left.
Thirty
30
seconds on the clock.
left.
Dan
After
still
3
leading
minutes
us
31
around.
seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim. "15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Just
3,
a heads up, Terry,
2,
we will need you
1.
calling this next race.
Vince Lim done. Darren Smith done. Emily Weldon done. Dan Jefferson done. Earl Newton done. Ryan Johnson done. All drivers are finished. Todd Templeman done. The race is completed.
Okay, we got two-wheel modified coming up to the track. Kevin, Alexander, Vincent, Emily. Two-wheel modified. Gonna need the corners out from the last race. Track's empty. Emily's getting ready. Check them in. On the tone.
Emily Weldon.
Emily's checked in.
Vince Lim.
Vince is checked in.
Lil Putton.
Alexander's checked in. Then Kevin cruising to the line. Two-wheel modified, heat number 1, heads up start for qualifying on a Wednesday night, which I heard a rumor that it was a free t-shirt night. Woohoo! Still need Kevin to cross the line, please. Lineup is Kevin, Alexander, Vince, and Emily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Drag up.
Fearless leader.
Oh, bingo, you're checked in. The RD's learning. Okay, so corner marshal check. Looks like we're a little shy at this end of the world. Anybody else? Somebody, please. We got 3 at the far end. The middle's covered. Sean's up. Here comes Yoder. Looks pretty good. So Kevin, Alexander, Vince, and Emily is our lineup. Everybody ready? On the tone in less than 5. One, two, three, 4, around they go. Kevin first, Alexander right with him. Emily holding third. Vincent fourth. 1 and 2 got a close battle on the track.
After 30
3
seconds,
and 4 got
the
another
top drivers
battle a
are
little
Fearless
farther
leader,
back.
Lil Putton, and Emily Weldon.
We got a fast lap sitting at 12.8 out of Alexander. Oh, Kevin just bumps that to a 12.5. Oh, and there's our first casualty. Xander tips it over.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are
Alexander
fearless
takes
leader
the fast
Lil
lap
Putton
so
and Emily
far at
Weldon.
12:4, raising the stakes a little bit. Now Alexander goes 12:3. His tires are getting warmed up. Emily and Vince, close battle for third and fourth.
After 1 minute
1
30
and 2
seconds,
right
the
together
top
on the
drivers are
track.
fearless leader Lil Putton and Emily Weldon.
2 minutes 20 seconds. Oh, there's one on the stairs. Vince paying the price, it looks like. Swap, sweeper, 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 clear.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are fearless leader Lil Putton and Emily Weldon.
Good battle for the lead. Kevin and Alexander, nice and close. Alexander was 0.04 behind. Now he slipped to 0.2 behind. Right on his bumper.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are fearless leader Lil Putton and Emily
took
Weldon.
a look. Approaching 1 minute to go. Alexander sets another fast lap at 12.268.
1 minute left.
Only
After
2
3
tenths
minutes
behind.
1 second, the top drivers are fearless leader Lil Putton and Emily Weldon.
Oh, that was painful.
45 seconds left.
That puts Alexander with a comfortable lead. Kevin slips to second, Emily's holding third, and Vince is in fourth.
30 seconds
Vince
left.
with the
After 3
personal
minutes
best lap
31
at
seconds,
12.8.
the top drivers are Lil Putton, fearless leader, and Emily Weldon.
Kevin 12.5, Emily 13.1.
"15 seconds left.
10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lil Putton done.
Finisher laps. Wrap
Fearless
it up.
leader done.
Keep going to the line.
Emily Weldon done. All drivers are finished.
All drivers
Vince
are
Lim
done.
done.
Finishing order, Alexander, Kevin, Emily, and Vince. Two-wheel modified.
The race is completed.
All right,
Matt
13.5
Hoyt.
short course.
J. Rex. Rob Hunter.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up on that straightaway. Order's going to go Rob, Jeremy, and Matt. Again, Rob, Jeremy, and Matt. AKA Jurassic Jeremy. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready on the tone. Here we go. Jeremy, you got a same truck. You better win. Caution on the double. Caution on the double. Oh boy.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Rob
Don't
Hunter,
hit Emily
Matt
this
Hoyt,
time,
and
bye.
J Rex.
Whoa there.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are J Rex, Matt Hoyt,
I
and
mean,
Rob
that
Hunter.
is how you drive a short course. Matt. Matt. What's he geared at? What's he geared at?
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
19 or 20 to 81. Yeah. I would gear it down. Yeah. I run 1981 on my setup. Yeah. It'll be a little more forgiving. You'll have a little bit more control over the car on the throttle.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
Oh, that's my favorite thing in the world. I'd love to get a second short course that's just tuned to have like super long travel suspension on it, so that it sits low, but it just tons of loops. Like, yeah, because that's how I used to race my cars. Is yeah.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
I'll take a look at it. I have a really good setup for short course. That's like my short course is my sweet spot of what I can tune. So I'll help you guys get dialed. I got one of the fastest 6.4 setups. So. All right, we got 1:05 on the clock.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
25 seconds on the clock.
"15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. J Rex done.
I think
Rob
gear it down
Hunter
just
done.
A little bit. Get a little more torque on there. Emily, you get a T-shirt for almost
All
getting
drivers
destroyed
are
by 2
finished.
short course trucks.
Matt Hoyt
Yeah,
done.
almost dying.
The race is completed.
All right, stock buggy heat 1 is up. Emily, you are in this next one. Just a heads up. Dude, that was such a fun run. Yeah, that was fun. And I didn't hit you. Not even once. It was double-sided sticky tape. Yeah, it was not my engineering. That's what was in the package with other people. Emily, Matt, Kenny, Matt, and Todd. I need quarter marshal out of the track. I'm going to need volunteers for this next one since there was only 3 in the last heat and they are up in this next race.
Yoder.
You need to drop in this one? Okay, cool.
Kenny Crawford.
So if you are not racing, you are out cornering this round, please.
Todd Templeman. Matt Hoyt. Emily Weldon.
That was definitely felt like redemption from last Wednesday. That felt like redemption from last Wednesday. I crashed like 6 times per round. It was terrible.
J-Rex.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up on the straightaway. It's going to go Emily, Matt, Kenny, Matt, Todd, and Jeremy. So Emily, Matt Yoder, Kenny, Matt Hoyt, Todd, and Jeremy. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone. Well, I think, Jeremy, your next paint job should be Jurassic Park themed. All right, 3:33 on the clock. Emily out on the 1, Yoder in the 2, Hoyt
After
3,
30
Kenny
seconds,
4, Todd 5,
the
Jeremy
top
6.
drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt.
All right, 2:40 on the clock. Emily out on the 1, Yoder 2, Hoyt 3, Todd 4, Kenny 5, Jeremy in the 6, 13:286 is your fast lap.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt.
Heads up, Jeremy, you got someone coming up on you? Let him go next time by. All right, there we go. All right, thank you.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt.
$13 flies your fast lap out of Matt. Emily with a 13.153. Emily out on the 1. 18.405 is the pace gap between 1 and 2. 1.9 seconds. Everyone else separated by about 3 or more seconds. Close bout between Kenny and Jeremy on that's 5 and 6 position. Believe that is your
After
red
2
and blue
minutes
car and your blue
31
and yellow
seconds,
car.
the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt.
You know, that's a really good idea, Kevin.
45 seconds left.
All right, 40 seconds on the clock. Everyone now separated by at least a second or more.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, The top drivers are Emily Weldon, Yoder, and Matt Hoyt. 15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Rumble
6,
strips every corner.
5, 4,
Rumble strips
3,
on every corner.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Kenny Crawford done.
Keep going, keep going.
Emily Weldon done. Yoder done. Todd Templeman done. J. Rex done. All drivers are finished. Matt Hoyt done. The race is completed.
All right, Stock Buggy Heat 2 is up. Earl, Sean, Vince, Clint, Rob, and Brian. Jeremy, you need to get some Jurassic Park liveries done. They don't.
Earl Newton. Rob Hunter. Vince Lim. Duncan. Clinton.
I've looked into it. But you should do that for all your cars, do like the Jeep paint job. That'd be really cool. Talk to David, I bet he can do it for you. All right, just need Sean to go across the line.
Sean McClurg.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up on the straightaway. Order's going to go Earl, Sean, Vince, Clint, Rob, and Brian. Want to give a shout out to Eric. He's out corner marshaling tonight for us. He's a new driver to the area. Give a round of applause. He should be out racing with us soon. All right. You come get a t-shirt up front. Kevin will help you out with that. All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone. Here we go.
After 30 seconds,
Sweeper,
the top
sweeper,
drivers are Earl
sweeper.
Newton, Sean McClurg, and Vince Lim.
All right, 3:05 on the clock. Earl on the 1, Sean 2, Brian 3, Clint 4, Rob 5, Vince 6. 12:07:09
Under
fast
1
lap out
left.
of Earl.
The top drivers are
19:46 is the
Earl
pace
Newton,
gap between
Sean
1 and
McClurg,
2.7
and Duncan.
seconds.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Earl Newton, Duncan, and Sean McClurg.
Straightaway, 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 straightaway. Caution after the sweeper, caution after the sweeper, caution after the sweeper. All clear, all clear. 2:10 on the clock.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Earl Newton, Sean McClurg, and Clinton.
1:30 on the clock. Earl leading us around. Sean 2, Clint
After
3,
2
Brian
minutes
4,
31
Rob 5,
seconds,
and 6.
the top drivers are Earl
12-4,
Newton, Sean
fast lap out of
McClurg,
Rob.
and Clinton. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Earl Newton, Sean McClurg, and Duncan. "45 seconds left.
All right, 35 seconds on the clock. Caution on the step down, caution on the step down. Clear.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Earl Newton, Sean McClurg, and Duncan.
Straightaway, clear. Sweeper, stay inside, clear.
15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sean McClurg done. Clinton done. Earl Newton done. Vince Lim done. Rob Hunter done. All drivers are
All right,
finished.
that's the race. Drop your cars
Duncan
off, get
done.
right back out to Marshall.
The race is completed.
Heat 3 of stock buggy is up. We're looking for Dan, Kevin, Ryan, Terry, Chad, and Rob. You sure are. Don't have too much fun.
Dan Jefferson. Terry Brown. Chad Kramer. Final drive ratio. Ryan Johnson. Fearless leader.
You should get a short course. We got one in the case, ready to go. Yeah, it's a 6-4. I'll show you in between rounds. All right, I got checks on everyone. No speed. That straightaway is closed. Order is going to go Dan, Kevin, Ryan, Terry, Chad, and Rob. Again, Dan, Kevin, Ryan, Terry, Chad, and Rob. All right. Drivers ready, corners ready, on the tone. Caution, get on the straight, clear.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, fearless leader, and final drive ratio.
All right, Dan starting strong with the 12-5, Kevin the 2, Rob 3, Ryan 4, Chad 5, Terry 6, 3:20 on the clock. Gap between 1 and 2, 1.2 seconds. Between 2 and 3.4 seconds. Close the battle right now between Chad and Ryan. Ryan picking up a lot of pace there. Looks like Ryan's still in that 4 spot. Chad hanging on to the 3.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, fearless leader, and Chad Kramer.
So Ryan going up to that 3 spot now. Ryan's got a lot of pace recently. We'll see what he can do here. He's got 2:40 on the clock. Caution on the step down. Caution step down. Right in the middle. On the step down. Clear.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, The top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Chad Kramer.
Still early, 2:24 to go. Dan leads around Ryan 2, Chad 3, Terry 4, Kevin 5, Rob 6, 12.404 is fast lap out of Dan.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Chad Kramer.
.145 on the clock. Dan still leads around Ryan 2, Chad 3, Terry 4, Kevin 5, Rob 6. 12.3 is your fast lap out of Jeppesen.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Chad Kramer, and Ryan Johnson.
Close about between Ryan and Chad right now. That's a 0.1 second gap. Chad is in the 2, Ryan is in the 3.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2
See
seconds,
where they end up next time by.
the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Chad Kramer, and Ryan Johnson.
So Chad is up in that 2 spot, Ryan in the 3, Terry in the 4, Kevin 5, Rob 6.
45 seconds left.
Caution Chad, caution Chad.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Chad Kramer. "15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7,
5 seconds.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Terry Brown done. Ryan Johnson done. Chad Kramer done. Fearless Leader done. Final drive ratio done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Dan
that's the race.
Jeppesen done. The race is completed.
All right, we'll get main set up here.
All right, so we'll do the, we have a B and a C main and stock buggy, so we will do the winner of the B or C main bumps up 1 for the second round. So we won't do the bump down, we'll just do the bump up. So there'll be 7 in the A2, 7 in B2, and 5 in C, so, all right. So 1 bump from each of the mains into the second main. So it's 7:20. You guys ready to go? 21.5, let's do it. 21.5 is up. Corners will be Daniel, Chad, Ryan, Earl, and Terry Brown. Daniel, Chad, Ryan, Earl, and Terry Brown.
Dominic Mann, Scott Hafner, David Pyle, Kenny Crawford,
No, I need the gear down.
Rob Hunter,
We need our corner marshals from A main of stock buggy. Yep, she has one. We need Matt and Hunter to check in. Matt and Hunter.
Matt Hoyt,
There we go.
Hunter
Line
Hoyt.
them up. It's going to go Scott, Matt, Rob Hunter, David, Kenny, Dominic, and Hunter. Scott, Matt, Rob, David. Okay, here we go. Driver's ready. Quarter's ready. On the tone in less than 5.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Rob Hunter, and David Pyle. After 1 minute,
4 minutes left.
The top drivers are Scott Hafner, David Pyle, and Kenny Crawford.
All right, so Scott out front. David in the 2. Who did? Rob missed a lap? Oh, yeah, he did. Let's see here. Let me check Rob's. check.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, David Pyle, and Rob
Yep.
Hunter.
Let me add a lap to Rob. Okay, so Rob's out front, Scott in the 2, David in the 3.
After 2 minutes
left.
left, the
3 minutes
top
on the
drivers
clock.
are
Rob
Rob
out on the
Hunter,
1, Scott,
Scott
2,
Hafner,
David 3.
and David
Caution
Pyle.
at Chad, caution at Chad. If we get the marshal, push that pipe back. Yeah, the one he was just pushing over. Thank you, Jeremy. Much appreciated. Run, 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 run. Like a dinosaur's chasing you. Caution on the step down. Clear.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, Scott Hafner, and David Pyle.
Caution on the
2
step down.
minutes
Caution
left.
on the
After
step
3
down.
minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Rob Hunter,
1:55
Scott
on the
Hafner,
clock.
and David Pyle.
Caution straightaway. Caution straightaway. Stay wide.
After
Stay
3
wide.
minutes
Stay wide. Clear.
31 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, Scott Hafner, and David Pyle.
One minute. Rob out on the 1. 9.7 second gap between
1
1
minute
and
left.
2.
After 4 minutes 2
7.2 second gap
seconds,
between 2.
the top drivers are Rob Hunter,
between
Scott
2 and
Hafner,
3.
and David Pyle. "45 seconds left.
That's your leader. So the leader is the black and yellow car. He'll be coming up on you next, Matt. Hoyt. So when he gets up
30
to you,
seconds
please let him
left. After 4
Thank
minutes
you.
32 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, Scott Hafner, and David Pyle.
by. Rob, still you got a 10.4 second lead, so you're doing okay. You got 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left.
Up next will be 13.5 four-wheel
10,
drive.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rob Hunter done. Dominic Mann done. David Pyle done. Matt Hoyt done. Kenny Crawford done. Hunter Hoyt done. All drivers are finished. Scott Hafner done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 four-wheel drive. Alrighty. Looking forward, Dan, Ryan, Vince, Darren, Earl, Emily, and Todd.
Vince Lim. Darren Smith. Earl Newton. Ryan Johnson. Emily Weldon, Dan Jeppesen, Todd Templeman.
All right, I got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. That straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Dan, Ryan, Vince, Darren, Earl, Emily, and Todd. Again, Dan, Ryan, Vince, Darren, Earl, Emily, and Todd. Oh, that is unfortunate. Joy's a four-wheel. You look at them wrong and they'll snap in half. All right. Drivers -1 ready. On the tone. Caution sweeper, caution sweeper. Clear. .435 on the clock. Dan lead us around. Vince in the 2, Darren 3, Earl 4. Darren down to the 4,
After
Vince up to
30
the 3,
seconds,
Earl in the 2.
top drivers are Dan
Emily in the 5,
Jeppesen,
Todd in the
Earl
6.
Newton, and Vince Lim.
425 on the clock. Ryan, do you have the parts to fix your car? If you want, you can go. If you want to get started on it. Yeah. Dude, it. I did the same thing. My last four-wheel I had, I went out, I did like 2 laps, I hit the pipe, it snapped.
After
4
1
minutes
minute
left.
the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen,
Caution up front,
Earl
caution up
Newton,
front.
and Vince Lim.
All clear.
After 1 minute 30 seconds,
Dan 12
the
flat,
top
fast
drivers
lap,
are
last
Dan
time by.
Jeppesen, Earl Newton, and Vince Lim.
Caution at Chad, caution at Chad. Clear. So Dan out in the 1, Earl in the 2, Darren 3, Vince 4, Emily 5, Todd in the 6.
3 minutes After left. 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Earl Newton, and Darren Smith. After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Earl Newton,
All right,
and Darren
225
Smith.
on the clock. Dan leading us around. Earl in the 2, Darren 3, Vince 4, Emily 5, Todd in the 6. 12 flat clear fast lap. Everyone's spaced out by about 3 seconds right now. No close battles on the track.
Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Earl Newton, and Darren Smith.
.130 on that clock. Up next, two-wheel drive modified.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Earl Newton, and Darren Smith.
.110 on the clock. Dan leading us around. Earl 2, Darren 3, Vince 4, Emily 5, Todd in the 6.
One minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Earl Newton, and Darren Smith.
If I could get Terry up to the stand for the next race.
45 seconds left.
Or Rob. Rob or Terry, whoever wants to call this next one. Thank you, Rob. 35 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Earl Newton, and Darren Smith.
Go, Dan! Go, Dan! Drive
15
fast,
seconds
Dan!
left.
Pull the trigger! Everybody, Dan's winning this
10,
race.
9, 8, 7,
All Dan,
6,
all day.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Todd Templeman done.
There it is.
Darren Smith
Todd
done.
Temple, the first one done.
Vince Slim
Smith
done.
is done. Lamaco's
Emily
done.
Weldon done.
Weldon.
Dan Jeppesen done.
And
All drivers are finished.
And Dan
Earl
with
Newton
a
done.
12.068. Dan, let's get that 11-second lap. You sissy. All right. Let's see. Press the finish race button.
The race is completed.
Come on, Dan. You get an 11. That's what I'm saying. For sure there's an 11 out there. Connolly, Foch, Weldon, Lamaco. Cars down at the far end of the stand. Back out to Marshall. Mod Bouget.
Second dance party.
Lil Putton.
Okay. Check them in. Connolly, Foch, Weldon, Lamaco.
Emily Weldon. Vince Lim.
Lamaco just waiting on Fearless Leader. Think he's clutch doctors working on his car.
Fearless
there
Leader.
it is. No more speed, no more laps. Straightaways closed. Connolly in the 1. Then Foch, Weldon, and Lamaco. So Connolly getting it done in qualifying. Okay, smile laugh race in less than 5. I think we need one more Marshall by the thank you. Appreciate it, Sean McClure. Or at the end of the straight, or yeah, one of those two. Yeah. Oh, I guess, yeah, by the cones. There we go. Perfect. We got our Marshalls heading out. Thank you, sir. Alexander leads us around for lap 1, followed by Fearless Leader, Emily and Lamaco. Fearless Leader takes a tumble, gets a quick Marshall straight back to, oh no. That was not Fearless Leader. That
After
was
30 seconds,
Fearless Leader.
the
Was
top
Fearless
drivers
Leader.
are Lil Putton, Emily Weldon,
Kevin's
and
got a new
Vince Lim.
paint job. Take that. What's up? You okay? Don't panic. Connolly, 12-2 with an 8-4. Lamaco up to the 2, 13-2.
After 1
and then
minute, the
Weldon,
top drivers are Lil Putton,
13-3.
Vince Lim, and Emily Weldon.
So the battle is Lamaco and Weldon. Hey, you're okay. You're okay. 12-9 last time by for Lamaco. 13-0 for Weldon.
After 1 minute 30 seconds,
So
the
she's
top
hanging on to
drivers
the
are Lil
back of
Putton,
that
Vince
battle.
Lim, and Emily Weldon.
12-8 for Weldon that last time by. So she takes a chunk out of Lamaco's lead. solid lap out of Emily. Down the straight she goes, backs up the 12.8 with a 13.3 to a 13.5 out of Lamako, so she takes another chunk out of it. 12.1 for your leader, so he's working his way
3
down to
minutes
the
left, 2
11th.
minutes,
Got
1
himself
second.
onto a
The
stock
top
buggy
drivers are
pace
Lil
now.
Putton, Vince Lim, and Emily Weldon.
Pair of 13.0s for the 2 and 3 car. Weldon shorts the table. Gets a quick marshal.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Vince Lim, and Emily Weldon. Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Vince Lim, and Emily Weldon.
Minute and 40 seconds left. No more battles, so now we're just racing for fast laps.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds,
Lamako
the
goes
top
by
drivers are Lil
12.9
Putton,
for
Vince Lim, and
Lamako.
Emily Weldon.
12.9 for Weldon. $12.7 for Lamako last time by 12.8 for Weldon. So 2 new fast laps for those
1 minute
two.
left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top
Alexander
drivers are
still
Lil
trying to
Putton,
find
Vince
a
Lim, and Emily
12.0.
Weldon. 45 seconds left.
With 45 seconds on the clock.
.30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Vince Lim, and Emily Weldon. .15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
All right.
5, 4, 3,
She'll call you done.
1. Vince Lim done. Emily Weldon done. Lil Putton done.
All right, 13.5 short course is up.
The race is completed.
Okay. Let me. Okay. I will remind me between rounds. I'll go take a look.
J-Rex.
2 laps for you. Okay. 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 Yes.
Matt Hoyt.
Yeah, let me start this and I'll. All right, if I get a couple corners out to the track, we don't need too many. There's 3 of them. If I get someone at the end of the straightaway, thanks. All right, just get Rob checked in, then we will go. All right, Rob, across the line real quick. All right,
Rob
we're just
Hunter.
going to go Jeremy, Rob, and Matt. Drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone. Here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. After 1 minute,
4 minutes left.
the top drivers are Rob Hunter, J Rex, and Matt Hoyt.
.345 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, J Rex, and Matt Hoyt.
All right, 3:10 on the clock. Rob out in the 1, Jeremy 2, Matt 3.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
2:20 on the clock. Jeremy out in the 1, Rob 2, Matt 3. Oh my gosh. This has definitely been a race. Technically, I think. Possibly.
2 minutes
After
left. 3 minutes 1 second.
There are cars
the
on
top
the track.
drivers are J Rex, Rob
Sometimes.
Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. One minute left. After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. 15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. J-Rex done. Rob Hunter done. All drivers are finished. Matt Hoyt done. The race is completed.
All right, Stock Buggy C Main is up. Looking for Brian, Rob, Matt, Todd, Jeremy, and Kenny. Just yell at me when you need something.
Kenny Crawford. Matt Hoyt.
That's what you need.
Duncan.
Tune the car for the track specifically
Templeman.
for each corner.
J-Rex.
I always like to tow out my left side a little more than my right side.
Final drive ratio.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up. Order's going to go Brian, Rob, Matt, Todd, Jeremy, and Kenny. Dude, you weren't here last week, were you? Dude, I crashed like six plus times in mod, and then I broke my whole front end. Like, I drove so bad all night. Kevin was like laughing. He was like, dude, I've never seen you drive this bad. I don't know what was going on. All right, I need some corners. If I get a couple more corners out here. Or we can get started. At least one. There we go. All right. Driver's ready. Marshal's ready. On the tone. Here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Duncan, final drive ratio, and Matt Hoyt.
All right, 4 minutes on the clock. Brian on the 1, Rob 2, Matt
After
3,
1
Jeremy
minutes
4,
left,
Todd
top
5,
drivers are
Kenny
Duncan,
6.
final drive ratio, and Matt Hoyt.
Caution to Chad. That was something right there. Caution sweeper, all clear.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Matt Hoyt, final drive ratio, and Duncan. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are final drive ratio, Duncan and Matt Hoyt.
Dude, that was awesome. That's all I was trying to do. Yeah. Good cardio, right? I hate when I do that. Jump over half the track just to not make it to the car. 2:35 on the clock. Rob out on the 1, Brian 2, Matt 3, Jeremy 4, Todd 5, Kenny 6. Everyone separated by
After 2 minutes
about a second.
31
Right, close
seconds,
battle between Brian
the
and
top
Rob, but
drivers
that's
are
about a
final drive
0.5
ratio,
second gap.
Duncan and Matt Hoyt.
Matt going up to the 1 now. So Hoyt leading us around.
Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Matt Hoyt, final drive ratio, and Duncan.
.130 on the clock. Matt still leading us around. Robin the 2,
After 3
Brian
minutes
3,
31
Jeremy
seconds,
4, Todd
the
5,
top
Kenny
drivers
6.
are Matt Hoyt,
Everyone now
final
separated by
drive
about
ratio,
a second or more.
and Duncan. One minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Matt
55
Hoyt,
seconds.
final drive ratio, and Duncan. .45 seconds left. .30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are final drive ratio, Matt Hoyt and Duncan.
Caution, Chad. Caution, Chad. Caution on the step
15
down.
seconds left.
Caution straight away. Caution straight away. Stay wide.
10,
Stay wide. Wide. Wide.
9,
Wide. Wide. Wide.
8,
Wide. 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 Clear.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Duncan done. Matt Hoyt done. J-Rex done.
Keep going. Keep going. Track's still live. Track's still live.
All drivers are finished. Todd Templeman done. Kenny Crawford done. The race is completed.
Okay.
Because everyone on the driver's stand here is done.
Okay.
That means get off the driver's stand. Like,
Yeah.
I do it. I've realized ever since we started having it automatically say it, and
Yeah.
like, at the big races, they never call people done. Everybody keeps racing until the race is done.
Okay.
Like, you just can't, you hear it, done. Like,
Yeah. All right, B main is up. Sean, Emily, Matt, Clinton, Vince, and Rob. I think you did. I think so.
I don't know. It went back and forth so much in the last.
It was, yeah, I didn't check the last thing. Yeah. I will check next in between
Emily
rounds.
Weldon. Yoder. Sean McClurg. Clinton. Vince Lim. Rob Hunter.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up on the straightaway. Sean out in the 1, Emily 2, Matt 3, Clint 4, Vince 5, Rob 6. All right, drivers ready. Corners ready. On the tune.
After
Caution
30
on that
seconds,
step down.
the
Caution on
top
the step
drivers
down.
are Emily Weldon,
Clear.
Sean McClurg, and Yoder.
Caution at the double. Caution at the double. All right, we got 4 minutes on the clock. Emily out on the 1, Sean 2, Vince 3, Matt 4, Rob
After
5,
1
Clint
minute,
6.
minutes left, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Sean McClurg, and Vince Lim.
Caution, Chad. Caution, Chad. Caution, sweeper. Caution, sweeper. Clear.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Sean McClurg, Emily Weldon, and Vince Lim.
Caution, sweeper. Stay inside. Stay inside. Stay inside. Stay inside. Clear.
After 2 minutes left,
Right now, battle
the top
between Sean
drivers are
and
Sean
Emily.
McClurg,
Emily,
Emily
2.8
Weldon, and
seconds
Vince
back
Lim.
on the leader.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Sean McClurg, Vince Lim, and Yoder.
.205 on the clock. Sean, Vince, Matt,
2
Clint,
minutes
Emily,
left.
Rob.
After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Sean McClurg, Vince Lim, and Yoder. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Sean McClurg, Vince Lim, and Clinton.
.115 on that clock. .2 seconds is the gap. Vince goes through. Down the straight. Sean taps out on the step down. Vince has...
1
Clint,
minute
you're going to have
left.
the leader coming
After
up on you
4
here in a sec.
minutes,
Please
1
let him by
second,
next corner.
the top drivers are Vince Lim, Sean McClurg, and Emily Weldon.
All right, Vince has got some clean air to make a run for it. Sean's still on that 2
45
spot. That has
seconds
closed up
left.
the 3 gap. Emily is now just about within striking distance, about straightaway gap between her and Sean.
30 seconds left.
She's got
After
the
4
pace.
minutes
Will she
31
have the
seconds,
time on the clock,
the
though?
top
That's the
drivers are
question.
Vince Lim,
25
Sean
seconds.
McClurg, and Emily Weldon. "15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
This is
2,
it.
1.
Next few corners. Down the
Clinton done.
straightaway.
Sean McClurg done. Emily Weldon done. Vince Lim done. Rob Hunter done. All drivers are finished. Yoder done. The race is completed.
All right, A-Sword is up. Looking for Dan, Chad, Ryan, Earl, and Terry.
Chad Kramer. Earl Newton. Terry Brown. Ryan Johnson. Chad Kramer. Earl Newton. Terry Brown. Dan Jefferson.
All right, I got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. That straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Dan, Chad, Ryan, Earl, and Terry. Again, Dan, Chad, Ryan, Earl, and Terry. All right. Driver's ready. Marshal's ready on the tone.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Earl Newton, and Ryan Johnson.
All right, 4:10 on the clock. Dan out in the 1, Earl 2, Ryan 3, Chad 4, Terry 5.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Earl Newton, and Ryan Johnson. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown.
Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway. 2:35 on the clock. Dan out in the 1, Ryan 2, Terry 3. Gap between 1 and 2.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson,
Fast lap
Ryan Johnson,
12:3:04.
and Terry
Ryan
Brown.
12:7:80. About a 3/10 deviation between 1 and 2 right now. 2:15 on the clock. 12.297 last time by. Come on, Ryan, you get
2
some low
minutes
12s.
after 3 minutes 1 second.
Less than
The
2
top
minutes on the
drivers are
clock.
Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown.
.145 on the clock. Dan leads around. Caution after the Karen corner. All clear.
After 3 minutes
1:30 on the
31
clock.
seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown. One minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown.
50 seconds on the clock.
45 seconds left.
All right, we got 35 seconds on the clock. Dan out in the 1. 6.8 seconds is the gap between 1 and 2. Everyone else separated by about
30
3 to 4
seconds left.
seconds here.
After
Less
4
than 30
minutes 32
seconds.
seconds, the top
Fast lap
drivers
still
are Dan Jefferson,
12.297
Ryan
with a
Johnson, and Terry Brown.
24.509 as your pace.
"15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Earl Newton done. Ryan Johnson done. Dan Jefferson done. Terry Brown done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's a race.
Chad Kramer done.
We'll take a
The race is
quick break
completed.
here while I get the next round set up. So is that... All right, 21.5 is up. Let's get A sort stock drivers out to the track to Marshall. 21.5, you are out to the track, or to go ahead and get checked in.
Scott Hafner, Kenny Crawford, Matt Hoyt, David Pyle, Dominic Mann,
All right, I need Rob and Hunter across the line. Rob and Hunter.
Hunter Hoyt,
All right, I got checks
Rob
on
Hunter.
everyone. Order's going to go Scott, Matt, Rob, David, Kenny, Dominic, and Hunter. All right, driver's ready, marshal's ready, on the tone. Here we go. Deep breath, Scott. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Consistency is going to get you this one.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Rob Hunter, and David Pyle.
Caution, Chad. Caution, Chad. Still got over 4 minutes on the clock. Nothing is set in stone right now. David out on the 1, Scott 2, Rob 3, Dominic 4, Matt 5, Kenny 6, Hunter 7.
After 1 minute, 4 minutes left, the top drivers are
Rob
David
up to the
Pyle,
2 now with a
Scott
13.3
Hafner, and
fast
Rob
lap.
Hunter.
Clean pass around David. Down the straightaway.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, David Pyle,
Caution,
and
Chad.
Scott
Caution,
Hafner.
Chad.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, David Pyle, and Matt Hoyt.
.244 on the clock. Rod leading us around. David out on the 2. Matt 3. Scott 4. Kenny 5. Dominic 6. Hunter in the 7. 2:35 on the clock. 13.341 is your fast lap out of Rob Hunter.
After 2
There,
minutes
I'm all over the
31
place. I'm
seconds,
tired.
the top
David in the
drivers
2.
are Rob Hunter, David Pyle, and Matt Hoyt.
Just about 4/10 deviation in terms of fast lap out of Rob and David.
Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, David Pyle, and Matt Hoyt.
So Rob out on a 21.5 flat with a 2.3 second lead. .130 on the clock.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, David Pyle, and Matt Hoyt.
.105 on the clock. Up next, 13.5 four-wheel drive.
1 minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, David Pyle, and Matt Hoyt. .45 seconds left.
.35 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, David Pyle, and Matt Hoyt. .15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hunter Hoyt done. David Pyle done. Matt Hoyt done. Kenny Crawford done. Rob Hunter done. Dominic Mann done.
All right.
All drivers are finished.
That's a race. Drop your cars
Scott
off, get
Hafner
right
done.
back out to Marshall.
race is
13.5 four-wheel
completed.
drive is up. Oh, lovely. You can keep it if you want. Souvenir.
Dan Jefferson. Emily Weldon. Darren Smith. Earl Newton. Vince Lim. Ryan Johnson.
All right, I got checks
Templeman.
on everyone. No speed, no speed. That straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Dan, Ryan, Vince, Darren, Earl, Emily, and Todd. Come on, Ryan. Nice and easy. Keep it in one piece. I know it's an X-ray. It's hard to do that. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
4:20 on the clock. Dan leads round. Ryan in the 2, Earl 3, Vince 4, Darren 5, Emily 6, Todd in the 7. Fast lap of a 12 flat right off the bat there out of Dan. 25:12 is the pace. Ryan 24:5:11. Todd, you're going to have the leader coming up on you here in a sec.
The top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Earl Newton.
All right, Dan, let's see an 11 out here. $12,003.
After
last
1
time
minute
by.
30 seconds,
Almost there.
the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Earl Newton.
Heads up, Earl, you have the leader up on you in a sec.
3 minutes after 2 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
12-1. Everyone else separated by a couple seconds here. Close battle between Vince and Darren. About a half-second gap. $12-3.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
$12-1. $2:10 on the clock. 12-2. Ryan out there with a fast lap of
2 minutes left.
12.273.
After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
12-1. Just need to find a 10th. 12-2. Caution, Darren and Vince, you're going to have the leader up on you in a sec. Please be aware.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Vince Lim.
Darren, he's right up on the back of you. Please let him by. Thank you. Nicely done. Caution sweeper, caution sweeper.
1 minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan
Rob,
Johnson,
if I could get
and
you up
Vince
here
Lim.
to call this next one. Undro, if I could get you to call this next one for me.
45 seconds left.
Thank you, appreciate it. 40 seconds on the clock.
$30 left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Ryan Johnson, and Darren Smith. $15 left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Darren Smith done. Ryan Johnson done. Vince Lim done. Dan Jefferson done. Earl Newton done.
All right, so
Todd
Dan, you ran a
Templeman done.
12.003.
All drivers are finished. Emily Weldon done. The race is completed.
Let's see. Alexander. Did Fearless Leader leave? Is Kevin gone? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So we're looking for marshals from that last race. I think the next race short course. I think next is short course. So if we can spare a couple marshals and then have you guys come out and help after short course. Since we only have 3 in this one. All right, Vince. No messing around this time, Vince. Huh.
Emily Weldon. Lil Putton. Emily Weldon. Vince Lim.
Alexander, drive it over the line and just check it in for me. No speed on the straight. No speed on the straight.
Lil
Connolly,
Putton.
Weldon, Lamaco will be our starting order. Line them up. All right. Smile, laugh, race in less than 5. Whoa! Lamaco gets excited. He's having ESC gremlins. Yeah, he might be having slipper gremlins. With all this extra horsepower, you'd think someone would be itching to bring back that hydrostatic the hydrostatic clutch like Losi used to do.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Vince Lim, and Lil Putton.
Emily Weldon to the 1. So Emily, Vince, Vince with a little inside look. Does not work out for him. Wheel to wheel, so we're going to allow it. Emily's going to put her head down, see if she can hang on to this lead. Nice inside look from Alexander.
After 1 minute, 4 minutes left, the top
Backs
drivers
out of
are
it
Emily
when
Weldon,
things get
Lil
dicey.
Putton, and Vince Lim.
This is a good battle right here. Emily got to lift a little earlier on the straight, get it turned in a little sooner. Nice, just like that, every time. Nice and tight, good inside look from that. Nicely done, Alexander. That was
After
a solid
1 minute,
pass.
30 seconds, the
One
top drivers
car
are
width.
Emily Weldon, Lil Putton, and Vince Lim.
Emily getting that sweeper turn figured out now, though. That's going to help her pace. So Emily's fast, 12.7. Alexander, 12.3. 12.6 out of Lamaco.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Emily Weldon, and Vince Lim.
12.2 now for your leader. 12.6 again out of, 12 threes, excuse me. A pair of 12 threes out of Lamaco and Weldon. So Emily hanging onto the back of Connolly, making this a race.
After
Nice
2
and
minutes,
tidy
31
around
seconds,
there.
the top drivers are Lil Putton,
Good tight
Emily
lap. She's
Weldon,
going to
and
take
Vince
over the
Lim.
lead. And some room to breathe. With 2:15 on the clock. She's got to keep it clean, keep it in the middle. Nice. Solid sweeper corner that time. Tight to the pipe.
2 minutes
After
left. 3
This is
minutes,
looking
1
like it
second.
could be a
The
fast
top
lap
drivers
for
are
Emily.
Emily Weldon, Lil Putton, and Vince Lim.
Emily goes by 12.8. to Connolly's 12-3. I have the wrong glasses on, so I can't see.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Lil Putton, and Vince Lim.
All right, 1:05 on the clock, coming up on a minute left. Gap between 1 and 2, 3.7. So Emily goes by 12-7.
1 minute
to
left.
Connolly's
After
12-0.
4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Emily Weldon,
Connolly
Lil
thinking
Putton,
about getting
and
that
Vince Lim.
11-second lap since Dan can't do it. Connolly bobbles, 45 seconds on the
left.
clock. Weldon leading us down the straightaway. Gap was 2.8. It's 2.4 now. 30 seconds, so this one and another.
30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Lil Putton, and Vince Lim. Fifteen seconds
All right,
left.
final lap right here.
10,
Keep it
9,
clean, keep it on its
8,
wheels, keep it in
7,
the middle.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
One more
1.
corner.
Emily Weldon done. Lil Putton
Is that
done.
your first mod win? Is that your first win in mod?
All drivers are finished.
Nicely done.
Vince Lim done. The race is completed.
Okay. I think Chortle course is up.
All right, 13.5 short courses up. If we get a couple marshals out here.
J-Rex. Rob Hunter.
No, I'm gonna keep doing that. Kevin sent it to me.
Matt Hoyt.
It's like $7-ish or something. No, it's not terrible. All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's go ahead and get lined up. Order's gonna go Jeremy, Rob, and Matt. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready on the tone.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, J-Rex, and Matt Hoyt. After 1 minute, 4 minutes left. The top drivers are Rob Hunter, J-Rex, and Matt Hoyt. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are J Rex, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, J Rex, and Matt Hoyt. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, J Rex, and Matt Hoyt. One minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, J Rex, and Matt Hoyt. "45 seconds left.
Yeah. We gave away 3.
30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds,
I
the
don't know
top
what the
drivers are
rules
Rob
or
Hunter,
like
J Rex, and Matt Hoyt.
like who I was supposed to give them to, or I don't know. Trust my gut. I'm
15
gonna take a
seconds
third
left.
one.
10, 9,
What's that?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt Hoyt done. J Rex done. All drivers are finished. Rob Hunter done. The race is completed.
All right, C-Main stock buggy. So Matt, if you want to race this one, you can, or you can go to the B. What's that? Okay. So looking for Brian, Rob, Todd, Jeremy, and Kenny.
Duncan. Final drive ratio. Todd Templeman. Kenny Crawford. J-Rex.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Order's going to go Brian, Rob, Todd, Jeremy, and Kenny. Again, Brian, Rob, Todd, Jeremy, and Kenny. Driver's ready, Marshall's ready. On the tone.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Duncan, and Todd Templeman.
Come on, Todd.
After 1 minute, 4 minutes left, the top drivers are Duncan, Todd Templeman, and Final Drive Ratio.
So Brian out on the 1, Rob on the 2, Todd 3, Jeremy 4, Kenny 5. 3:40 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Duncan, and Todd Templeman.
.3:15 on the clock. Battle to watch between Rob and Brian. Brian going a little inside there.
3 minutes after left. 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers
Rob,
are
nice
Final
and
Drive
courteous, waiting
Ratio,
for him to
Duncan,
catch up.
and Todd Templeman.
Come on, Todd. Not far back.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Duncan, and Todd Templeman. Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Duncan, and Todd Templeman.
Run, Todd, run, 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 run. Just keep it on the pipe, keep it on the pipe. Oh.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Duncan, and Todd Templeman.
Nice and easy. Run, run, run.
One minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Todd Templeman, Duncan, and Final Drive Ratio.
Just under a minute, about 45 seconds. Come on, Todd, hold on to it.
45 seconds left.
Keep it tight. First and second coming
left.
through.
After 4
Third
minutes
place right
32
behind him,
seconds,
let him by.
the top drivers are Todd Templeman,
Well,
Duncan,
that's
and Final
one way
Drive
to do it.
Ratio.
Oh!
15 seconds left. 10, 9,
Come on,
8,
Todd. Keep it together. Keep
7,
it together. Keep it
6,
together.
5, 4.
Oh! Oh! He can
2,
go all the
1.
way.
Todd Templeman done. J-Rex done.
Woo!
Duncan done. Kenny Crawford done. All drivers
Nicely
are
done,
finished.
Todd.
Final drive ratio
All right,
done.
B-Sword is up.
The race is completed. Emily Weldon. Clinton. Rob Hunter. Sean McClurg. Yoder. Matt Hoyt.
All right. I got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. That straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Sean, Emily, Matt, Clint, Rob, and Matt. So again, Sean, Emily, Matt Yoder, Clint, Rob, and Matt Hoyt. Drivers ready, marshals ready on the tone. Bit of chaos there after the back double. Caution on the step down, all clear. Girls, can I get sign for you?
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Matt Hoyt, and Sean McClurg.
Dude, you've gotten fast. You've gotten fast. I tried having a little bit of fun at the end, in the beginning of mod, and that kind of screwed me at the end. I was like, I'll just give him some space. And I had a cool overtake down the jump section, and I just got quick throw. That was kind of fun.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Matt Hoyt, and Sean McClurg.
Power down if like your diff is slightly raised on one side, it will just force the car. But if you pull it off, it's really cool.
I still have my Sim 4 with the mod. I'll pull it out this fall.
Good, good. That'll be fun. It still hurts that Dan's going
After
just
1
as
minute
fast
30
as
seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Matt Hoyt, and Clinton.
flats in mod. I'm like, I am hauling ass. And it's like, you can still go faster. I'm not going fast enough. Granted, I'm on bald tires, so if I put fresh shoes on, I probably could go a little faster. Maybe like 11.9s, but
I got 12.3 with balls on my wheels.
yeah. I think I got about down to like 12.3, 12.1 or something in Wheeler, but yeah, I'm just like, but then you go down with a 17.5 and just go just
3 minutes
fast.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Matt Hoyt, and Rob Hunter.
But I like racing with him because I can usually hang with him for a few laps.
I hate getting lapped. Don't get me wrong. But it's funny. Like, once he's asked me, I'm like, I can still see him. Have it start out that way. I need to. What I need to do is I need to learn how to press that more when I'm not chasing him.
Well, that's like the thing that like Kevin and I were doing in qualifying. If you can do something like that, you're golden. Yeah. Like I'd say I can stay right on.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
And I still like last week I messed it up a lot. Yeah. That's part of what I like about mod is that I'm very confident that the driver, depending on the group. Today, no, but typically the driver in front of me knows enough about what they're doing, where their car's going to be, that I'm not going to get brake checked or they're going to just jump out wide on the line. So like I can say with stock, you don't really have that kind of trust, especially with this group.
2 minutes after
left.
3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
I run pretty much the same lap times in stock and mod, but I like the drivers in mod better, so I'd rather lose in mod but race against fast guys. It's just as expensive to run. Yeah. It just works for some people. Like my driving style works way better for mod than it does for stock.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
1:25 on the clock. Emily out in the 1, Rob 2, Matt 3, Sean 4, Clint 5, Matt Yoder in the 6.
One minute left. After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt.
Forty-five seconds on the
left.
clock.
.30 left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Matt Hoyt. 15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rob Hunter done. Clinton done. Sean McClure done. Matt Hoyt done. All drivers are finished. Emily Weldon done. The race is completed.
All right, last race of the night. 17.5 Stock Buggy A2. What happened? Been there. Last Wednesday specifically.
Chad Kramer. Earl Newton. Dan Jeppesen.
Oh, yeah. What's up? Yeah, take care.
Terry Brown. Vince Lim.
I want to say it's your sensor wire, but I'm not positive. I can't remember on Hobbywing. I've had that before. I can't remember right now. If I remember, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'd look it up. If you have another sensor wire, I'd try that first. I don't think it's a calibration thing. It could be.
Ryan Johnson.
I would do that or try recalibrating it. If neither of those work, then I'm not sure. Yeah. All right, I got checks on every order. Is going to go Dan, Chad, Ryan, Earl, Terry, and Vince. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Restart. Okay, false start. I didn't see what was going on. Terry was backwards. There was people in front of me. I couldn't see. Sorry. Sorry about that. All right, Dan, Chad, Ryan, Earl, Terry, and Vince. All right, are we good? Everyone looks like they're good? All right. Cool. On the tone. Less than 5. Caution, no, we're good. Okay.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown.
All right. 4 minutes on the clock.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown.
.330 on the clock. Ryan on the 1, Dan 2, Terry 3, Vince
After 1
4,
minute 30
Chad
seconds,
5, Earl in the
the
6.
top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan Jeppesen, and Terry Brown. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan Jeppesen, and Terry Brown. After 2 minutes 31 seconds,
All right,
the top
Ryan leading
drivers
us
are
around.
Ryan
Dan
Johnson,
2, Terry
Dan
3, Vince 4,
Jeppesen, and
Chad
Terry
5,
Brown.
Earl in the 6. Fast lap 12, 2 out of Dan. Just needs to keep that door closed. Dan looking inside, looking outside. Trying to find a way through. Caution sweeper, stay inside on the
2
sweeper, stay
minutes
inside
left.
on the sweeper.
After 3 minutes
Clear.
1 second, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan Jeppesen, and Terry Brown.
Caution on the landing, caution on the landing. Stay wide, clear. Dan all over the back of Ryan, down the straightaway. Trying to find a way through. Ryan keeping that door closed. Hard on the brakes on the landing, down the straightaway. Dan's got the pace, going through. Ryan taps out.
After 3 minutes
so
31
close.
seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan
125
Jeppesen,
on the
and
clock.
Terry Brown.
I don't know if he'll catch him after that. Dan's got clean air ahead of him. And he's got 2 back markers to get through. Unfortunate. Heck of a drive there out of Ryan, though. Still a minute on the clock, though. Anything could happen.
One minute left. After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown. "45 seconds left.
I don't know
30
what's going
seconds
on
left.
there.
After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan
Doesn't
Johnson,
really
and Terry
sound
Brown.
like a strip gear, but I also couldn't really tell you what that is.
15 seconds left.
I don't know.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Just get it around,
4,
Terry.
3, 2,
You got it.
1. Vince Lim done. Chad Kramer done. Terry Brown done. Ryan Johnson done. Dan Jeppesen done. All drivers are finished. Earl Newton
All right,
done.
thank you all for coming out. We
The race is
greatly
completed.
appreciate it. And we will see you this weekend.